According to YouTube analytics, only a small percentage of those who watch my content are actually subscribed. It is free, and you can always unsubscribe later, but please, please do not unsubscribe. Quackity is one of the most loved characters on the Dream SMP. He is the president of El Rapids, Secretary of State for manberg under Tubbo's administration. He was Jschlatt's vice president during the time of manberg. While many love his character and all the things that he does, he actually possesses qualities that are the opposite of this sentiment. Now, what is wrong with Quackity? You may be asking yourselves. First, we must go back to the start of Quackity's character arc, back to when he formed a party with Georgenotfound called Swag 2020 against Pog 2020. While Quackity had great intentions for running for president, he noticed how manberg had ancient viewpoints and how Pog 2020 treated people that weren't British or European or the regards. And so he challenged those opinions. And it was a good thing to do. It was a very good decision, good morally. But where did it all go wrong? As you all know, Quackity and Jschlatt formed a coalition government by combining their votes. Now, what is the problem with that, you may ask? Well, yes, technically, Quackity and Jschlatt got combined votes together the most. They were not supposed to form a coalition government. People on their ballots, when they were voting for Quackity or Jschlatt, they weren't voting for the same campaign. They were voting for two separate campaigns. They were not voting for Quackity and Jschlatt as a joint pair. And they were not on the ballot as teams. So, of course, is it truly democratic for the votes to be combined this way? Because the people truly did not vote that way. The people voted for Pog 2020 to win, not for Jschlatt 2020. Jschlatt got third place in the votes. Quackity got second place in the votes. Is it truly democratic to combine the votes? Even though technically, combined, they have more power together. But that's not how elections work, or how ballots work, or, you never see a campaign where they're teaming up with the third party in real life or anything. So it is very questionable about how the voting process is and how fair it really is. Because, like I said, people voted for Pog 2020. They were not voting for Jschlatt and Quackity. They were voting for Quackity and George, or Jschlatt and or George, or Tommy and Wilbur. Those were who they were voting for. Now, you may be asking, only a little bit of election rigging has happened for the manberg election. For the manberg election. That's what you may be saying out loud right now. Well, friends, I'm going to be talking about other things that Quackity has done wrong as a character, I should say, not as a person, as a Dream SMP character, and my opinions on them. First, we must get into the Jschlatt administration themselves. Now that Jschlatt is president, what has the administration been doing? Their first decree was to banish and revoke the citizenship of Wilbur Soot and Tommyinnit. And Quackity stood by as this happened, and he stood by when Jschlatt declared himself as emperor. He only switched sides after the White House incident, where Jschlatt wanted to tear down the White House. But Quackity was present for all the other crimes that the Jschlatt administration was doing. Quackity endorsed so many bad decisions that Jschlatt did, like he was there to help plot the public execution against Tubbo. He built the yellow concrete around Tubbo with Jschlatt. He planned the public execution with Jschlatt. They were teaming. He was there for how they treated Nikki Niachu. He was there for when Jschlatt declared himself as emperor. They were a team, and they liked the chaos that they were causing, or decisions that they were making that were affecting the people of Manberg. And plus, they changed the name to Manberg. That's like the worst corrupt thing in policies ever. Ugh. They were there for so many things, and Quackity was going to help tear the Caravan down for the Manberg Hotel and all of that until the White House got destroyed. Which, hold on, let me just, oh, God. Okay. I definitely don't know how to play in F5 mode. That is for certain. Well, anyway, next, we must get into after Jschlatt's death, because as we all know, Pog 2020 technically won. I mean, Wilbur still blew everything up, but, Pogtopia won. Quackity was on Pogtopia's side by the end of it all. But where are we getting there? Where are we getting now? Quackity, at Jschlatt's funeral, wanted to revive Jschlatt. Quackity wanted to revive Jschlatt and bring back his power. He wanted Jschlatt back for power, even after Pogtopia won, and after all the work he did to stop Jschlatt. He wanted him back for power as a political puppet of his. Because that's what he's really all about. He's about the power, and he tried. He tried at the funeral to revive him, and he ate his heart. Next, after that, we didn't hear much about the whole reviving Jschlatt plan, but there's still other signs that Quackity's not quite the lovable character that he has been seemingly to be. Next, we have to go to how he's pulling the strings in the Tubbo administration, and what he is doing to Tubbo. Now, obviously, Tubbo had to exile Tommyinnit, and Tubbo had to exile Tommyinnit for the good of Manberg. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Tommy built down Georgenotfound's house, who at the time was the king of Dream SMP. And that made Dream very, 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 very upset. So upset, in fact, that Dream built big obsidian walls around Manberg. He built huge ass walls and said Tubbo had to exile Tommy, or he's gonna make the walls bigger and he's gonna trap everyone inside and have guards and all of that. And obviously Tubbo, he put the country before his own wants, before his own personal bias or emotions. And I'm not saying that exiling Tommy was the best choice to do, but from Tubbo's standpoint, it was the best for the country, the best to stop wars and to keep things prospering and to avoid another war. But Quackity said that Tubbo was turning into Jschlatt, and that it was a Jschlatt move. Which is really ironic coming from the guy that tried to revive Jschlatt for power. And then, to top it all off, he started pulling strings in the Tubbo administration. For example, he exploited Tubbo's PTSD surrounding Technoblade, including when he killed him at the festival and the whole Withers incident. Quackity's big argument was that Technoblade brought Withers to Manberg and destroyed it, which means that they need to create a butcher army to go after him and to kill Technoblade. And I brought up feelings of Tubbo being killed by Technoblade at the festival, and it was just exploiting his PTSD around the situation, or the PTSD of watching his nation get destroyed that he just got, that he didn't really even ask for. And so, Quackity helped form the Butcher Army and set off after Technoblade because of the Withers incident. Or so we think. So, the Butcher Army then went to Technoblade's house after putting Philza on house arrest and committing a few other questionable administration decisions. And they brought Technoblade to the manberg and tried to execute him. But Technoblade escaped with the help of Dream into the final control room. And in the final control room, Quackity followed Technoblade. And as he was trying to kill him himself, Quackity told Technoblade that it was not about the Withers. It was about something much, much, much more. The whole time, it was not about the Withers at all for Quackity. Quackity himself stated that he wanted power, that he was trying to form a nation, and that he had a great nation going. And it was not about the Withers, or the anarchy, or the crimes that Technoblade committed. It was not about the terrorism. The whole time, it was about power and gains. And Quackity has been manipulating Tubbo into doing all of his decisions by saying, "Oh, Tubbo, I respect your choice, but if you don't pick my choice, it's a bad choice, and you should have listened to Quackity." So that is what I think Quackity's character is like. And at first, I must discuss a few theories about Quackity's character, things that are relevant to the situation. Now, as I said earlier, Quackity ate Jschlatt's heart. And by eating Jschlatt's heart, many people have theorized that maybe Quackity is being possessed by Jschlatt. And that's why he's acting so power hungry after eating Jschlatt's heart. And yes, that could be a possibility. We have seen him involved even worse since the funeral. While it can be debatable if you can excuse his crimes during the Jschlatt administration, even though he switched sides, he still did terrible things in the Jschlatt administration. But besides that, even now, he's evolving. He's made a butcher army, he's trying to take down Dream, he's gonna kill Dream himself. And while yes, Dream is the antagonist, he is the villain, he is the cause of so many problems and so many conflicts. But even then, he is still willing to put the country at risk, and I don't think his motives is just to stop Dream. I think his motives run deeper for his own desires of power. And I think it's the same exact thing, the same exact way that he told Technoblade. It is about the power and the control. It is not about the true justice for the terrorism that they both committed. It is entirely about power, and you can tell in the way that he talks about things and how he's controlling the Tubbo administration and how he was in the Jschlatt administration that Quackity, too, is a villain of the SMP. Now, either Quackity is going to snap out of Jschlatt's heart control power or realize what he's doing, or the manberg or the Manbergians will have to find a way to stop Quackity once his powers and desires evolve. Maybe they're going to realize how much strings that Quackity is pulling, and maybe they will put a stop to him. But we'll see. Maybe Dream is going to put Quackity in the prison. I don't know. I'm not sure. But stay tuned, and tell me below what you think of Quackity's character, and if you think that he's going to end up being a villain or some kind of dictator or something like that in the future. But like I said, if you like this video, you can subscribe and leave a comment down below, and it's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. I hope you like these Dream SMP videos. I try my best to speak properly in these, but I'm a bit awkward, and once again, I'm not sending hate to the real Quackity. I'm talking about his Dream SMP character and where I think his character is going. And I think his character is currently on some kind of corruption arc, and it's either going to get better or it's going to get worse. And Quackity apologists, you are not welcome here. Just kidding. You're totally welcome here for your opinions. You're just gonna have to accept. You're just gonna have to accept the villain arc one day, because I can feel it coming. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's been corrupted by government. And Jschlatt. And maybe Jschlatt's heart. I don't know. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, guys.